have photos of everybody. Like, what did you show them? Our fucking YouTube avatars? Grow up. I thought this was public. We got quite the list here, though. Steve Fisher or Stephen Crabtree or Vanish and Corrupt. They forgot the UA in front of Crimson, so she's allowed to go so long as she says her first name's U, second name A. Oh shit, the airplane's going through my nose. Hold on. We got White Boy Radio. Imagine, and let's act like this was serious, right? And we handed this over to the police. I'd be embarrassed to be like, make sure Vanish, period, and Corrupt don't appear today. Tammy doesn't come either. Crimson Tide. And again, they repeated names like 7 times because they're so fucking intelligent. But why is Dolly off the list? I thought he was. Shit. My, not a green screen. I need to get a Betty one. Just put it right behind my bed. It keeps just cutting right through me. But, so basically all those who really spend time looking for Sebastian are unbelievably not allowed. And who the fuck is Nikki? Nikki.
I don't know, but I think it's very odd that Nikki, and Tammy have been added to this bullshit, and they were never a part of it before. Those are friends who, those are girls who used to be friends with Barbecue Lady.
Oh, I didn't even know who they were. I thought they just got confused.
And it's really odd that the rumor comes out that she recorded Katie while they were at lunch, and then all of a sudden, boom, these girls are added to this fucking bullshit.
Oh.
How fucking weird is that?
That is weird.
And from what I know, she says she didn't record them. She didn't record Katie while she was there having lunch with her. I don't know. I can't speak for her. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I just know that there's a rumor going around about that. There's also another rumor going around about her saying some shit in Web Sleuth's chat. But she said that that's out of context. So, I mean, I really don't know. I just know that there's all kind of bullshit going on, and it seems real fucking sus. Seems like there's some real crazy shit going on. And I went straight to her and asked her if she recorded Katie while they were having lunch. She said, no, she didn't. Do your own research, form your own opinions. I don't know.
No, Barbecue is on the banned list. She cannot go. Can we guess by like how ran on this sentences, like who it was? Like this.
Oh yeah, well, you pretty much know who wrote that. I mean,
are you drinking and driving, ma'am?
That's a Mountain Dew can, baby.
They're not allowed to amend. Never mind. Sorry. Forgot. They can't amend anymore.
Here, let's play this phone call. There's an interesting phone call here, and I'm gonna.
Oh, a phone call.
Let me see. Dolly said he's gonna be so gosh dang fast, y'all ain't even gonna see him there.
Like a leprechaun. Almost like they're elite. Oh my God, he's part of the elite ninjas.
Yeah.
So they went after the wrong ones. It wasn't us. He's in and out like a ninja. He said it, kind of like Michaela with 12K.
I said, so what happens when we just get out the car and start crip walking like Serena down the red carpet?
I practiced all week. Don't tell me I can't.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We've been practicing all fucking week for that. Okay.
Oh, I see that you're in jail. You're in jail and now you're on a flight. Have you escaped from jail?
No, she was on the flight and they just took her off to take her to jail. She was on the flight. Now they took her.
Well, I have to admit that the Proudfoots just gave me access to their private plane, so now I'm back on the plane.
Is that to Alaska to serve? Like where?
Okay. We're not going to talk about that, B. Tim. Listen, SF says, this is the call I just had with a sergeant at the Hendersonville Police Department. He described the text messages using their department and an officer's name as a scam. He stated that they are not participating in any effort to preemptively ban anyone from the property. There's no reason to call them further. I believe they will take action if any further threats are made. Oh, boy. Oh, gee.
Curious because it made it sound like.
Are you allowed to record calls with the
Investigation
Popo?
Fisher.
Is this Steve Fisher?
It is.
Sergeant Greg Fruithall, the Hendersonville Police Department, returning your call. How can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant, how are you? I was calling because of the text messages I received this morning that actually directed me to contact Henderson PD for further instruction regarding being banned with a host of other people from the Vigil. I happen to be the missing person private investigator out working that case, and so I was just curious because it made it sound like Henderson.
Yes, sir. This is about the 6th call I've got about this.
Okay.
The Hendersonville Police Department has not put anything. Hendersonville Police Department has not put anything out about this whatsoever. It's a scam.
Okay.
Of sorts.
Gotcha.
I'm advising everybody that if they'd like to report it and have a report on file, they're welcome to come by the police department and do that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that because they said they gave out pictures and stuff, and there was kind of like a ban list, that I just wanted to make sure Henderson PD wasn't actually participating in that. That's all. So.
No, and we're Hendersonville, not Henderson. There's actually a Henderson.
I'm sorry. I meant Hendersonville. If I said yeah. Okay. Well,
it's a scam.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to bother you with that. I know you got better things to do. So.
No problem at all. That's what we're trying to make sure everybody's clear on that. We're hoping we don't get too much more of this, but we don't know where the phone numbers are coming from. Apparently, each phone number is different that you're receiving the text from.
Yeah, I traced it's a voice over IP number, so they can't really go back to anybody. But
right.
Okay, well, I apologize for the nuisance, and I hope you have a good weekend.
No problem, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.
That is fucking unbelievable.
Well, then.
Well, like he said, if your name was on the list and you want to call and make a report about it, we absolutely have the right to. I do not encourage anybody else to call. That answered it all. The fact that this police station that is busy as is, working actual crimes, unlike an at-night group that sits at home and pretends to be fucking crime fighters and ninjas of the night, they're busy. And the fact of the matter is these people have come along and pretended all along that they have the capabilities of law enforcement, and it's fucking scary. Who do they think they are?
I mean,
there, but little does the general public sitting in that church know that Chris Proudfoot got those nasty texts this morning with threats,
and
it makes me mad.
And they sat there
posted outside.
They sat there and said that it's about unity and they wanted unity. But then the first thing they do, first thing this morning, is send out a message of a list of over 2,000 names that aren't welcomed.
Yeah. And let me tell you this, Granny, Music City Mom is there. And she asked Karen S. if the Proudfoots were coming. And she said there's reserved seats. So to the people that are there, it's going to look like they just blew it off.
Right.
Those seats are going to be empty with their names on it. And there was a plan behind that, and it's sick.
How can Katie come when Bullhorn Betty's there?
Well, she can. Bullhorn Betty would have to leave.
Right.
Yeah, but does Katie really want to make a production like that? But furthermore, they get threatened at 7:30 in the morning on the day of.
Yeah.
It's kind of sickening.
It's very sickening. It's like it ruins what this is all about or supposed to be about, right? Even if it is not what we would choose to do, it still makes it dirty and it's gross.
Yeah, Music City Mom said in Truth's chat earlier when she arrived that she was sitting in her car because she was afraid to go in because of all the shit that's happened, and that's just sad. Like, that's a crying shame that people that do want to go, just because we're not on their side, we feel like we can't because we'll be treated a certain way or not allowed or ganged up on. And that's not fair to Sebastian.
Correct. I could have gone, but I wouldn't.
This is how low that they will go to get a jab in my opinion, to have labeled seats, knowing damn good and well they're not going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then making it to where nobody knows the real truth, like that they just didn't show up for their son. And that's ridiculous.
And it's drawing a spectacle to that, honestly, to have reserved seats like, oh, these are for Chris and Katie, but they didn't show up.
Well, and they said they have the news there as well, right? So not only are they live broadcasting, but they have the news there. But this is where Chris and Katie could also contact the news and say, listen, first thing this morning, we got these threats. So they have the opportunity.
And then goes the tit for tat back and forth, right? It's like, do you feed into it or not? Welcome, Banana Bicycle Seats week. I mean,
last week, this, it's been, yeah. So at least if I can't find that video, keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
I guess my point is that I wish there was a way, and I know Chris and Katie don't want a lot of attention either, but I wish there was a way that we could like shower them in the way that Seth keeps to be getting, comforted and supported,
Yeah, but
and I
that's
don't.
Seth acting like a 2-year-old.
I think the best thing that we can do for Katie and Chris is to go out and put flyers out wherever you live, and spread Sebastian's name.
Now, the email going around, again, I don't know if people put that out. Was there people banned? Absolutely. Absolutely there were. Okay? You don't get to treat somebody, an innocent person, horribly, trash them, bash them, and think you're going to break bread. Right? No, we don't need that kind of evil around us on that day. Yes, there were people not allowed. And as far as Hendersonville Police Department being there, yes, we had 1 or 2 paid off duty. Like we paid them, not me, but the whoever paid them. And so we had 2 off duty Hendersonville Police Departments. We had security out the wazoo. All this was set up long before any of these idle threats. Okay, we are, we're not dumb. This is not our first rodeo. There's been a lot of violent threats coming from the team assimilated by the mom and stepdad. We're hyper vigilant and hyper aware of those threats. So those things were already predetermined. The person, I don't know if she wants to be, a lot of hands went into this, but there is one primary person that kind of took the reins and got this all taken care of. And we want to give her an applaud. I don't, because of the hyper, I don't know whether we'll say her name is Karen. Okay. And I just want to say she did an amazing job along with all the other people that took their time to help. Hey, Seth, good morning. Good morning. But yeah, no, there were absolutely people not there. That is private property. Okay. And I think people that may not be okay up here don't understand that. It doesn't matter whether you're disabled. It doesn't matter if you're the PI that thinks he's the main investigator on the case and he's law enforcement. He can just do whatever. It's private property at the end of the day. And people that own private property have this thing called private property rights. Okay, that means they don't have to allow you to come on, or enter their establishment. Period. Especially when there is a private event. When there is a private event, it is private. Okay? People just can't say, oh, there's a wedding this Sunday. I want to go. Okay. So it was absolutely locked down. There are people out there that are just too evil. And we've seen a lot of evil people on these platforms and interfering in this case. Those people were not invited. Yes, people that don't like people that can leave their baggage at the door. Yeah, they are more than welcome. We didn't stop the community. We didn't stop Bullhorn Betty haters. We didn't stop Seth haters from coming. Anybody could have come there. But the people that want to destroy this man are not welcome. This is his son. This is a vigil him and his people set up. And yes, the mother and the stepfather were allowed in as long as they weren't going to make a big deal that I was there. It wasn't a forever thing. It was a day thing. So if they could put the restraining order aside for the day, they're more than welcome in. And people may want to use that as an excuse as to why they chose not to show up. But I beg you to look at the history. They haven't showed up for Sebastian one time. Not to the bridge walk, not to any of the vigils. As a matter of fact, they thought it was more important to run away every opportunity they have gotten. So if the hate channels want to run with, oh, whatever, they can strut. Who cares? Again, I don't care. I have no reason to lie to you guys. I have no reason, nothing. They can tell you whatever, and if their people want to believe it, they let them believe it. But don't be stupid enough to believe the nonsense coming from them. If you guys got a question, my email is bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Pretty simple. If I can answer it, I will answer it. So I wanted to get off my chest before we went into really anything else. I'm done. I've had enough. So please don't send me, and I mean that from everybody. I know you guys try to help and keep me up to date on what I don't care. If it comes from a hate channel, I don't care. Let them stay on their side of the road. We stay on our side of the road. Okay? That's it. I'm done. I hope everybody that's here for Sebastian or here for real true crime takes their power away. Because only the audience, now they're going to have their little ecosystem and their cesspool of idiots that are always going to, make them feel like, you got to understand, it's called common sense. Do you honestly believe people that barely graduated high school, are on drugs, are felons, like to abuse people verbally and physically? Almost every single one of them have violence, right? That they've been convicted for. Let me put that caveat on. That they've been convicted for, caveat, right? Because I know how they're already going to try to stir and burn this. Never been convicted of a violent crime. Ever. Ever. So